front of us.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you
He's
doing?
in front of us.
I heard behind us.
It's in front of us!
Jesus Christ, everything's gone. Everything's gone.
Oh my god, we don't have...
This is ARMA. A series of games which are highly realistic military simulations. Hailing from the small Eastern European country of Czechia, Bohemia Interactive managed to monopolize the market on highly realistic military simulations, by being the only one on the market. But despite this, the ARMA games aren't bad. I personally find them very fun. If not, I wouldn't be making this video. But that begs the question, what draws so many people into a highly realistic military simulation like ARMA? Like every other game, ARMA needs a setting. Each game usually has a different one, different environments, factions, etc. The first ARMA game took place in a small Mediterranean island divided in two, between East and West. These nations are called the Kingdom of Sahrani and the Democratic Republic of Sahrani. Well, the first game didn't really attempt a story. In fact, it was more of a collection of news reports put into cutscenes. It was really just there to introduce the world, and it was kind of more like a world building thing. But you know, I think it was pretty cool anyway. But where the devs really tried with a plot was ARMA 2. This time having an antagonist. ARMA 2 takes place in the nation of Chernarus, currently in a conflict with Russian-backed rebels who call themselves Teshidak. Their motives are unclear, but the main antagonist in this game is Akula, a Russian commander. He supplies the Shidaki with weapons, but it seems like the Russian government is unaware of him doing so, or just doesn't care. And of course, the United States had to get involved. So you go around, you know, trying to find this guy, and then you kill him, and eventually good guys win. Yeah. ARMA 2, however, was the first game to have a big expansion. This time with a country called
Tajikistan with our frontline reporter Joe Harris. Joe, what's the situation on the ground?
a Middle Eastern country that gets destroyed by a US coalition. The antagonist here is
Muhammad Aziz,
basically our world's
Saddam Hussein.
However, he explodes. But after that, a rebel force takes over the country, or at least part of the country, and they're loyal to
Muhammad Aziz.
However, they also get destroyed.
Chat, is this Prime Minister serious?
And then the good guys win.
What the? This isn't my gameplay? Who's doing this? Wait, who are you?
Who are you? Mom said
Get
it's
out of
my
my
turn on the
footage!
studio.
No, this is
no
my
right to be
gameplay
here.
and you're interrupting me
serve
with your
this pod. I'm
horrible
calling
footage.
Mom. Yes,
I'm done
hello?
with this.
Police?
Get out of my
I
studio.
like to report
no.
one
Get
robbery.
out of my
I'm like,
studio. I don't know who let you in, but this is my stuff. I will call security. Security!
Whoa, bud.
Security! There's
Whoa,
a stranger inside my
please.
studio.
Over here.
No, I asked him to
Stealing
get
your
out.
time.
Already.
You're eating
but-
our dogs. This is outrageous, I say.
But no.
You earned yourself a knuckle sandwich.
What? It's gonna be...
Well, I mean, I didn't know what that was. I mean, I honestly, I don't know why that guy was there in the first place. But anyways, this time the setting is yet another Mediterranean island, that being Altus, which is sandwiched in a conflict between China and the US. However, Iran is the one fighting for China in this scenario, as they're close enough to Altus. But anyways, in the end, the good guys win. And that's mostly it for the story of ARMA, or at least the ARMA games. ARMA just revolves around scenario. There's lore and history for these countries, somewhere, but they're never really in the game. In fact, the only things with real stories in ARMA are the creator DLCs, at least for ARMA 3. You know, one of them is in Germany. Though these DLCs are created by the community, as it's practically the only thing keeping ARMA alive, the modding community is really good, like insanely good. They transform the game in special ways. Though to me personally, the modding community is probably the most unique part of the game, as they are the most active part of the game, and the most fun. Gameplay wise, the game is very unique, in a sort of mediocre way. It's very janky, like extremely janky. I mean, there's no animations to get into cars and, you know, tanks and stuff. However, this is fixed in the ultra realistic ARMA Reforger. The newest addition to the family and stepping stone towards ARMA 4. It currently is on life support, as the only thing keeping it alive is the modding community. But you know, the mods are pretty fun in ARMA Reforger. And you know, you can play them online and they're pretty easy to get on. Like, they're way easier than ARMA 3, so I like that. And I also love the jankiness of the old games, even though the new one is objectively better looking. You know, the old one has more content because of the modding community, and it's also very silly looking. Though, despite that, the new still think this is real, and this looks like real life. It's been in the news so many times and on Twitter for whatever reason, I genuinely don't know. They're just always used for whatever current conflicts going on in the world. Like, you know, you go on YouTube, you search up like, I don't know, like the war in Ukraine, and if you scroll really deep, you'll find a video that's like, 1 hour ago, Ukraine exploded! And it's just this.
Is this Prime Minister serious?
Though a con, I'll probably like to put, I mean, I don't know, I feel like I consider that a con, like people like use this for like propaganda. But you know, another con is just how bad this game's AI is. They just like to crash into things randomly, run over teammates for no reason, and they just fly into buildings. ARMA doesn't really have a soundtrack, unless you count constant gunfire and artillery. Though the older games have a soundtrack somewhat. It's never in-game, it's just like in the menu. Though they have a song called Indian Summer, and it kind of sounds like this. Though, you know, aside from the EDM, I never really liked the music. Though, you know, to me personally, the best part of the game is just the world building. You know, I really like settings and games that have cool settings, so to me, ARMA has really cool world building. But anyways, bye!
Chat, is this Prime Minister serious? Even though he's the Prime Minister of Australia, sometimes it feels like he's the CEO of Ohio.